20 years of attempting to do one thing, and now it's been completely undone. It's the moral equivalent of Saddam Hussein retaking Iraq. So it's certainly a very depressing thing for us in America because we put a lot of blood and treasure, and it's even more so for the people of Afghanistan. Your entire digital life, when you're in social media, all these other things, is now under scrutiny. The last 2 decades are being reviewed by a regime that if you said or anything about them, or you expressed your opinions in ways that don't fit their regressive viewpoints, you now are under threat of harassment, imprisonment, or death. So almost certainly, because the country's not going to accept that, there's going to continue to be civil war and conflict. Already, the remnants of the Northern Alliance have reformed, and they're going to need resources. So unlike the last time in the 90s when this happened, now cryptocurrencies are there. So it is my belief that cryptocurrencies are going to play a larger role in Afghanistan this time around in the war for and against the Taliban forces. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that gets integrated into statecraft and how that gets integrated into resistance against a regime that clearly doesn't care for the rights of many people and clearly wants to put in a theocracy that belongs more in the 13th century than the 21st century. So it's going to be it's something I think the global community, just like El Salvador or other places, is going to watch, where the state itself, for better or for worse, has a strong interest in cryptocurrencies. It's also bringing back into the spotlight the need for privacy. We tend not to really think too much about it, but this is a great example of when the rules change, how you retroactively would like to make things that you shared publicly very, very private. For example, just something as innocent as posting a picture of yourself with U.S. troops. 10 years ago, wouldn't think anything about that in Afghanistan. Now, that is literally evidence that can be used to execute you for saying you're a collaborator. So hopefully this sparks an international conversation about the need for privacy and the tools that can be used to do that. And those tools are closely related to our industry and the things that we do in our industry.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the new Road Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. Plus, the 3 kids' books is time to re-educate. Also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And as we can see, the market is moving up, but we already know why. We know we have open interest. We do this every single month, but like I stated, I definitely see things changing after this month. We had Bitcoin touched that 50,000 mark, and we had over $450 million liquidated. As long as the Fed has a foot on the gas, we'll be ticking up. But like I stated, I definitely see the Fed taking the foot off the gas after this month, and then over the next 6 months, we go through pain. Stocks and cryptos, but we know they're going to build up the narrative. So therefore, everyone's distracted about the narrative while they're moving the money in the back door in order to build this fourth industrial revolution. Now we have Ethereum up over 20% over the last 7 days. But guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have volume, we have Tether, we have USDC. We know on the weekend we're the only game in town, plus we have open interest, means that we're going to be making a big move, but we know in the middle of the month we have back, and then at the end of the month we have futures. Now we have the Fed doing over $1 trillion, plus they open up the 2 new repos from the money markets. So guys, the only thing they're doing is preparing for this actual Dow turn. And then plus, guys, do not forget to keep your eye on Grayscale. Did almost $1 billion in 1 day. So we know all the moving pieces. We just have to keep focused. Do not get distracted with all the narratives that are out there. I'm not your financial advice, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But like I've stated time and time again, guys, the reason why cryptos are at the prices at now because of the Fed. The reason why stocks are where they're at right now is because of the Fed. When they start shrinking the money supply, it's going to shrink cryptos and stocks. But we know with the fourth industrial revolution, we know that 1% of stocks and cryptos are going to rise. We know what the fourth industrial revolution looks like. Sit down, like I stated, and do your research and invest. It will definitely pay off. But getting over into a little crypto news, guys, we have VeChain Thor's mainnet reaches 10 million block milestone with no downtime. Now, guys, do not forget how important VeChain is. We're talking about a supply chain. And think about the Belt and Road. You're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars of goods. And those who've been with me from the beginning know I've spoke about VeChain from the beginning. If you stuck it out, you've made a lot of money. Now we have Cream Finance will integrate with Polkadot blockchain using Moonbeam. And what did Brian Brooks state? DeFi is a new banking, and we definitely see that playing out. Now we have crypto stocks surge roughly 25 billion in January to over 100 billion now, and that's going to keep increasing. If you look at the market cap, not even talking about stocks, but just cryptos, we're over 2 trillion in a space where real use cases haven't even started blossoming yet. So guys, you're talking about hundreds of trillions of dollars that's going to be in crypto. Now we have crypto exchange OKEX launches DeFi Hub and NFT marketplace. Plus we have Project Dunbar. Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, and South Africa launch a joint CBDC pilot. And guys, again, we see the actual global digital economy being built. And that's the reason why XLM and XRP are going to be very important, because we know they need that tool for cross-border payments. And we are definitely seeing the rise of the emerging markets while the United States is sitting still by design, while we funded all the technology for the emerging markets and gave the blueprint to China. And lastly, guys, we have Charles Hoskinson has been added to the movie. He says crypto will be vital to Afghan fight against the Taliban. And early this morning, my Patreon, I show you, this is all a movie. Some of you believe me at the beginning. Some of you will believe me at the end. But believe me, guys, your life is an illusion. The TV is your reality. And if you live in the United States, this movie does not end well with you, because we know at the end Babylon falls and China the dragon rises, because we know when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher stock channel, Cryptoteacher stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, got their own stocks to see where the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.